Hello and welcome to the Smiths Hire preview show. I'm Jed Mills and here's what's coming up on today's episode. We'll look ahead to the Easter weekend as Blackpool travel to West Brom on Good Friday. Chris Maxwell looks back on being back in the team. Head coach Neil Critchley shares his thoughts on the trip to the Hawthorns. Plus, Charlie Kirk reflects on his recent start at Blackburn Rovers. Well, I'm pleased to welcome back into the studio today former Blackpool defender Colin Greenall. Colin, thanks very much for joining us. And all being said, after the Derby result, going to Blackburn, it was always going to be a tough game. Ewood Park as well, always a big crowd in, but a good point from Blackpool.
It's a great point for Blackpool. They're the games you want to play, Jed. Two local derbies on back-to-back is fantastic. I thought North End, they should have at least got a draw. They deserved a draw out of it. So to go to Blackburn, who again are flying, and people say that they're punching above the weight a little bit, to come away from there with a point, I thought it was an absolutely exceptional result.
And especially being a goal down as well, for me that showed, because I thought, here we go, this could be another defeat. And the international break, I was saying this last week, came at a bad time I think for Blackpool as well, but going that goal down but then coming back, it just shows that there's a lot of character in that side. Yeah,
absolutely. We've said it for 18 months. I feel like I say it all the time. You think when they go a goal down that here we go, it's going to start now, where they get poor results. But they just keep coming back and clawing their way back into games, and they just never say die attitude is absolutely fantastic. And again, I've said it before, it is down to the managers. It's down to the player, but it's down to the manager. The manager just has that will to win and the spirit he's got within his team. Players come in, players come out, but they all do the job and they all go to the death, and a good result.
One of the players who's been outstanding this season, Big Marvin in your position, of course. Fourth goal of the season, and again, he's just been outstanding this year. To say where he's come from and just stepping up to the Championship like he's been there for years.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a defender. That's his main thing of what he wants to do, which I like to see anyway. But to pop up with 4 goals, it's important in the Championship. If you can get yourself 4 goals from the back 4, again, it's another point for them, and again, he's done it before with them. But a good goal. I liked his finish, not a centre-half finish. I'd already had a go at it, and then he got rebounded, but you can just see he was on his toes. He was like, he wanted to score, and he got on the end of it and put it away. So yeah, great. I'm so pleased for him, because I will say the first few games I saw of him, I wasn't so sure. I just think he's really grown into the role. He's grown into being a player in the Championship, there's no doubt.
Yeah, and do you think it just took a bit of time coming from, where he came from, and he's been non-league as well not too long ago as well. It probably took a few games just to get into it. But how hard is that to come from like literally non-league football to the Championship, one off the Premier League?
It's a massive jump. Yeah. And it's a massive jump because where he was before, he might have played all right, and then the strikers don't take the chances, and you come off thinking, I played okay today. Championship you can play all right, but then your centre-forward gets away once and puts it in the back of the net, and you think, I've had a poor game, and that's the way it is. So it's a total different mindset. But again, I think he's been put into a team that's a little bit more settled. He's got players around him that can do it and that have been there. And he's just another one that stood up to the plate, and he looks the part.
You've played at all levels of football as well. Is it the pace of a striker that changes, or is it just that final finish, or that that bit of quality that's different, or is it just pure pace?
It's the final third.
Is it
the final third? All the game will go in front of you. Think, they're all right. They're not a great player. What's everyone talking about? And then all of a sudden they get around in and around your box. It's like, where have they gone? And it's a goal, 1-0 down. And it's just that little bit. I always think there are players obviously who do get in behind from the halfway line and cause you a bit of a problem, like your old Michael Owens and so on. You wouldn't get too tight, but in general it's just in and around the box, and a lot of people have an X factor. Your top players just score goals. It's a habit. If they put a ball in, it goes in the top corner. They have a habit of doing it, and it's just the instances, and it may be 2-3 occasions a game that they get away from you, they score, and the next minute you're coming off thinking, I thought I'd done all right, but I haven't.
Yeah. Final few games of the season. It's gone quick this season. It really has. Yeah. And just summing up Blackpool's year, I don't think we're going to be any problems about going down. Obviously not going to go up. Probably Forest put pay to that a little bit. But just the season as a whole with a few games left, how would you sum it up? I'd
sum it up as, if you'd have give Blackpool this position at the beginning of the season, I think they'd have snapped your hands off. Not just the position, but I just think the way the season's gone. I mean, they played top teams in this division and they've stood toe-to-toe to them. And I think what the players will get from this season is just that much confidence to say we can play in the Championship and we can be up the top half of this Championship. And now they've been in it 12 months or for a season, I think they'll go for the top 6, top 7 next year. I don't think there's any doubt about that, because they know they've got it. They've got the core, and I'm sure from here on into the end of the season and during pre-season, Neil Critchley will be looking at his squad. He'll want to bring players in that can make this team better, the squad better, and he'll do it in his own way. He won't go out and pay top dollar for all these players that have been there, seen it and done it. He'll bring players in that will fit into what they've got, fit into the culture of what they've got, but at the same time make this team better.